Hey everybody, Tanya from Shooting Star SVG back, and today I want to talk to you guys about how to create thank you templates with Canva to provide your customers large files that can't be uploaded on Etsy. So if this is your first time here, go ahead and click on the like and subscribe below, as that does keep me motivated to continue making these videos so that way you can grow your business and change your life. Now, I have posted some videos on Canva. I am currently working on a Canva course so that y'all can utilize Canva to be profitable on your business. But one thing that I wanted to touch on was templates for larger file sizes on Etsy. So there are some of us that provide wall art and photography and other things that are much larger than the 20 megabyte limit that Etsy has on their files. And so you have to basically source your files on another avenue like Dropbox or Google Drive, and I'll post those bink up above for y'all to check out. But also, you know, there are some of us that provide editable templates on Canva, and those will require including a link to the item when you are providing the file. And so a lot of people will just create a Google Docs template. I've kind of shown you guys how to do that, but there's kind of a fancier way that you can achieve this as well utilizing Canva. So definitely worth the money if it's something that you're looking to spend on. And so I'm going to head over to my computer screen and just show you an example of what I got going on here. Okay, so I'm on my computer screen now. And I have created this template right here where you can go ahead and upload this basically to your file. And what you would do is you would insert the file that is being provided into this computer screen here, upload your logo or maybe a picture of yourself or whatever that may be, put your socials down here, and obviously you can change these icons out if you don't like this aesthetic. And these are actually clickable. So you can click on them and they will bring you to the social media account that is on that particular website, okay? And for those to open up in a new window, you just have to add in a different end to the link. So just keep that in mind, you know, if that's something that you're looking to do for them to open up in a new window instead of the template itself. And then you have this button here that you can also link. Now, I do not have mine linked right now. But I'm going to walk you through this entire process so that way y'all can start creating these, okay? And so I'm just using, basically, I started with the thank you card template, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to delete this out. So you'll see that I just have a frame here. And then what you would do is you would just basically go in and create this template so that people can insert their logo and they can insert a mock-up of what the user is getting. And then you would add your link to your template here. So I'm just going to go home for a quick second. I don't think that I have any templates on Canva right now. Let me go ahead and actually just do this, and I'm going to click on share, and I'm going to click on share link to edit, share link to use as template, and copy this link. And I'm going to edit this by clicking on the link here, and I'm going to actually just paste that link right in. And then you can check the link by clicking back on the hyperlink up here and click on go to link. And you can see that the template is now shared, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I have my socials in here. So you can see that just by clicking on the hyperlink. And then you would just add your stuff in, okay? So for me, I have my logo here. I'm just going to go ahead and drop that in. And then, you know, this is the design that they would be able to access. And you can see that this turns into a clickable link. And then this text box actually is something that you can edit as well. So when you download, you just want to click on download and go to PDF print and click on download. And that's going to go ahead and do its thing. And really what I'm getting at is you can use this to create anything and any aesthetic that you would like for people to utilize, okay? So you go ahead and double click on this now, and you can see that all these links are clickable, okay? So if I click on this, it's going to open up my Instagram. And then if I click on this access now, it's going to go ahead and open up the template. So it's just a much cleaner way to go out and do this versus going through and adding in just like a downloadable PDF with a link. It looks a lot more professional. You can go through and edit these out, and you can actually sell these templates on Canva. So say that I wanted to just delete this. I'm going to unlink this. I will remove the links here. Okay, and go through and remove the links. All right, and then I'm just going to delete the photo that's in here as well. You could take this image, you could upload it as a template to Canva, and people could download this and utilize it as their thank you page, where people can access either files that are too large for somebody to download that are serviced on another platform, or Canva templates or Cordial templates or anything like that that's not tied into the Etsy platform that you cannot upload as a physical listing. So we can just go ahead and create one of these really quickly. So I'm just going to go home, and I'm going to, what I ended up starting off with is a PDF, but you could just do like a 8.5 by 11. So 8.5 by 11. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm just going to click on, I'm just going to go to custom size, and I'm going to do 8.5 by 11 inches. And click on create new design. And this is going to pop up. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to find like a background photo that's going to be, useful for your thank you. So I'm just going to, for the purposes of this, I'm just going to use the same template that I just had. So you would just go ahead and resize this to fit the screen. And then you can crop this as well. So if you want to move it so that you have a different section of the image there, you can go ahead and do that. And then you're going to go to elements, and we'll just click on rectangle, and we're going to get one up here. And do that. Bring that down just a little bit. We're going to duplicate that. We're going to bring a smaller rectangle down here. And I'm just going to make that smaller. I'm going to change the color of this to like this washed out gray. Then I'm going to drop the opacity of this down. Okay. And we'll go back to elements. Okay. Now we want somebody to be able to upload their logo here. So you just put that there. And then I'm going to go to text. I'm going to add a subheading. Thank you. And click on that. We're going to make that bigger. And then you can go and you can type in social media icon. And you can see that they just have some really basic stuff here. So I'm going to go ahead and do Facebook. I'm going to do Pinterest. And I'm going to do Insta. So you don't have to go with the original aesthetic that I had before. And you're just going to place those down. And then what I like to do is I'll get this one aligned to the top. And then I'm just going to bring it down, align it to the top, and then try to get those the same height. And then I'll do the same thing with Facebook. And if you want to add in more socials, depending on what you have, you can go ahead and do that. It just entirely depends on what you're trying to achieve. Okay. And then I'm going to select all three, go to position, and I'm going to click on tidy up, and that's going to get them all even with each other. Okay. I mean, you don't really have to do anything too fancy here. And we'll just go ahead and get this situated and bring this up. And I'm going to group this, and I'm just going to bring it over just a little bit. I'm going to align it at the bottom, and then I'm going to center this. And you can put like a breakup banner here. I did just have these dots that I was using. And then I just like kind of brought them down and then colored them in based off of the color palette of this back picture. So you can see that it pulls the photo colors out. And so I'm just going to go ahead and color those in. And then you can duplicate that by hitting Control D, move that over, duplicate it again, and just kind of have like this little breakup bar here. Okay. So it just kind of breaks up the monotony between the text and everything else. You can click on all these. Again, go to group. Whoops, I didn't want to go to group. Select all of these. Go to position. We'll tidy those up. Then you can group them. We're going to select everything. Okay, we're going to all go ahead and get that tidied up. Okay, that's going to make that look a little bit better. I'm going to bring this down just a smidge, and I'm going to bring this down just a smidge, okay? So that looks a little bit more consistent for me. I'm going to change my text to this darker color that is on the screen as well. And then you would just go in and add your elements here. You don't have to have this copyright bar at the bottom. You don't even have to design it this way. You can design it in whatever way that you so wish. I mean, it doesn't have to be in a vertical layout either. It could be in horizontal. Really, the options are endless. What I'm getting at is you can go through and you can link to all these. So I'm going to go ahead and ungroup these, and clicking on this again, I can go ahead and add in the Instagram link. Okay, and the Pinterest link. Okay, and then the Facebook link. Okay, and then we're going to go back to elements, and I just utilized this button here because you can go ahead and change the colors. I'm going to make that a pretty big shape here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and change these gradient colors, okay? And so you can see that this kind of blends in a little bit too much, so I'm going to do some of the softer colors going up. And I do not like the way that that looks, so I'm just going to stick to that, okay? You can see that that kind of blends in there. And then you're just going to go ahead and add in some text, say access now. And you're going to make this bigger. And then, of course, we're going to want to make, oops, I didn't want to group it. I keep doing that. Sorry, y'all. Hold down Shift. And I'm going to center. And now I can group it. And then what you'll do is you'll add the link to your item. I'm going to go ahead and change the color of this text to like this darker color. Okay. And then again, you can add an element in here. It doesn't have to be the one that I utilized before. But if you go to the recently used, I just used this one with like the computer. And you can place that there. I'm just going to drag this down just a little bit. And then you can go ahead and upload your images in. So again, you would just download this as a template, and then this is something that you can utilize to showcase your work when you are trying to either get a Canva template sold or something that just will not fit on the Etsy platform because it is too large in size and you need to provide a link. So hopefully this answers your questions. This is a really neat trick to go ahead and do that. If you guys are looking for a pro subscription to Canva, you can click on the link in the description box below. You can get 30 days free. So go ahead and give that a try so you can see what kind of items that you have available to you. Keep in mind, if you are selling things as templates, that you only want to use free items, because if somebody has a free or pro account, anybody can go in and edit these. That's very important because if somebody is downloading your template and it has pro items on it, they will show up with a watermark, and that is going to create a lot of customer service hassle for you. So keep that in mind. If you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to drop a comment in the comments box below. I'm happy to help. And as always, if you got something out of this video, please go ahead and click on like and subscribe below, as that does keep me motivated to continue making these videos so that way you can grow your business and change your life. If you need anything at all, don't hesitate to reach out, and I will catch you on the next video.